This lesson is for 1-2 bar charts. It's from our lesson book. And so this is aligned with our prep and homework assignments that you'll be completing. And so let's think about this first situation about this individual who spent $700 per month in 1990 and $1,400 per month in 2010. And then looking at that same situation, but from a percent, spent 20% in 1990 and 10% in 2010. So really think about under what conditions can both of these statements be true, where his percent decreased, but his amount of his that he spent increased. And that's again because we're taking a percent of some whole, and in 2010 his whole is bigger, and so that's why he has a bigger value here, even though it's a smaller percent. And so Jeff has a larger income in 2010. That's what would cause a situation like that. So let's take a look at data again inside of a table. And looking at this here, here's an example of a frequency table and a percent table. So you can see the situation here, the three different categories. And then you can see how a pie chart and a bar chart compare. Notice these two are identical. The only difference is here you have, for this one here, you have count. And another word for that is frequency. And then here you have the percents. And so you can see that's where these values come from. But despite that, the bars are the same height. And then you have your pie chart here that represents, you could see the pieces of the pie here. And so what would be a question we'd answer? What is the difference between the two charts? There's nothing, right? Other than the count and the frequency and then the percents. But they look the same. The vertical axes are different. And then how would you describe the three body categories? Are they equally divided? They're not. You can see this one here is a lot more. About right is a lot larger than these other two categories. And then you have another situation here, student mobile access by functional activity, and then the type of things they do on their mobile phones, games, weather, music, and so forth. And take a look here. Why wouldn't we use a pie chart in this case? You wouldn't use a pie chart in this case because a pie chart has to add up to 100% only. Notice here, students are in multiple categories, where in a pie chart, you only belong to one category. Here you can belong to multiple categories. That's part one.